Okay. So that's, by the way, in mathematics, there's always more than one way of solving, okay? So if you have a way from Algebra 1 or pre-Algebra that you like, use it. You do not have to use anything I teach you. Number 2, method 2. Can you help me read Delaney? Number 1.
Using perfect squares, cubes, etc., depending on the index.
Thank you. Bella, can you help me read 2, please? And then last one, Stacy. 2, hon.
Anything less stays in the radical.
Perfect. So as you can see, number 1 on both method, it says factoring. So how do you factor out 50?
Well, we have to take 2 numbers that can be factored out of 50.
Right. So what are the factors to 50, y'all? 5 and 10. Okay. 5 is already a prime, so I can circle that. How about 10? Factor that out. 5 and 2. Are they both primes?
Yes.
Yes. So guys, square root of 50 is the same thing as 5 times what? 2. What's your index? What's your index? Radicand, or 5? 2. Your index is a 2. That means how many identical radicands should you need to take it out of the radical sign? 2. Do I have 2 of them?
Yes.
That's right. I can take that out. If I take it outside, do I write 25 or do I write 5? I write 5. So that's taken outside. If it's not a pair, you leave it inside. Okay. And some of you already know how to do this your way. By all means, do it your way. Okay. What's our index on this one, Justine? Perfect. That means how many identical items do we need? 3. So let's factor one away out. If you don't know what the factors are, can I start with 2?
Yes.
Yeah, it's an even number. You can always start with 2. 2 times what, by the way, is 108? 54. 2 is a prime. Keep on going. 2 again. 2 times what? 27. Is 27 a prime? No, but now what? 3 and 9. 3 is a prime, but 9 is not. So what do we write? 3 and 3. So those are all prime. Now, 108 is, I'm going to put all 3 things together, like the 3 times 3 times 3. Then I'm going to write the 2's and the 2. That's what I mean by factoring. And again, do you have to do it this way? No, you do whatever you want. If your index is 3, I would need how many? 3. So, what are you going to write outside of the radical sign? 3. What else? Third root of 2 squared, which is 4. So multiply those back together. Okay? Just like that. Why don't you and your partner do 6 and 7 for me? I'll put 2 minutes on the clock.
She already told me. Hey, you can go there? Yes, Matt.
Good job. I got 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
You have to have 2 out of 3.
Why do you guys have an answer to 6 and 7? I want you to talk to one another because I'm going to shuffle your cards.
Oh, because it takes 2. I don't think you would label that as an answer to the question.
Oh, this is 2.
All right. Final answer, square root. Square root of 24 is, Valerie, what is the square root of 24? 2. Radical 6. Someone confirm. Perfect. Way to go, Val. Example 7. Ashley, final answers. 4th root of 80.
2 rad.
And then fourth index?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 fourth index. Guys, be very mindful of writing that index in there. If you don't have that 4, then I'm assuming it's a square root, right? If square root is very different from fourth root. Okay? So be mindful of writing your index. Now, let me talk to you guys. Look at example 4, 5, 6, and 7. Would you agree that they're all positive answers?
Yes.
Because we know under the square root or radical sign, can you have a negative, like can you have a negative 64, like square root of negative 64? No, that would give you an imaginary answer. Now, third root, example 5, can third root be negative?
Yeah.
Third root can be negative. Like, what's the third root of negative 8?
Negative.
Negative 2, because I can do negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. That would be negative 8. Okay, so odd index, you may have negative answers. Even index, you may never have it. Okay. Now look at this though. Can you see that this is a square root, number 8? So technically, a square root may never have a negative under the radical sign. But there's a negative in the front already. Can I have that?
Yeah.
Okay. I can have that. Okay. If it's in the front outside the radical sign, I can have it. So number 8. Square root of 64 is what? 8. But there's a negative in the front. So I can just multiply that. So my final answer is just simply negative 8. Okay. Same thing with number 9. There's a plus and minus already in the front. Can I keep those?
Yes.
Yeah. So keep it. What's square root of 81?
9.
What's square root n squared?
N.
N. Like that. Now this one's gonna be tricky. What's square root of quantity x plus 1 to the 4th power? How many pairs can I make out of that? That's really what you want to ask. 2 sets. Would you guys agree?
Yes.
Technically, there's 4 of these. Yes or no?
Yes.
Because it's square root. That means I can pull out pairs. So how many pairs can you pull out total? 2. So, and there's not a plus or minus in the front, so we don't need to worry about adding anything. So we can take out 2 pairs. What's the index for number 11? 3. Okay. What's third root of 8? 2. What's third root of n squared? Is it possible? No. So guess what? We leave it under the radical. Okay. Now here's what I want you guys to do on 12, 13, 14, 15. I want you and your partner to take 2 minutes to work out 12, 13, 14, and 15 the way that you already know how, okay?
Because that's the square root. I can't do it.
Work together if you're stuck. Once you're, if you're not stuck and you have an answer, then check it out.
That's not possible. Leave it on the other I'm just thinking of this way. You can't do not the cube fourth root be the 8. Fourth root is like a big decimal. So you just leave it in there.
I don't know. I'm getting mixed up. Okay. Yeah, I mean that way too hard.
All right. I'm just gonna call you based on what you have written or what you already know. Okay, Nico, 12. Final answer, hon. Shh. I can't hear Nico, guys, and he's right here. Okay.
5, and then the index I got 3.
Third root,
And then inside the radical I got -5a.
-5a
And then 9.
to the 9th.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Saxon, 12. What did you get?
X.
There's not even an X on 12, hon.
I got -5a3.
-5. I'm sorry, slower.
-5a1.
Okay. Claire, 12.
Oh, -583.
So you agree, Saxon? Okay. 13. Josh, 13. Oh, no, 13. We're moving on. X. Danny, 13.
X.
Okay, so you check. Alicia, 14.
7.
Keely, 14.
7.
Okay. 15. Jake.
an squared.
15. Quinn.
The same.
The same. All right. So the red ones are right. Okay. For now. Okay.
Gonna change.
Here's where we need to be. Okay. Go ahead and copy this down so we can talk about why it's partially right. And then so we're going to need to fix it so it can be 100% right. We want the positive answer. Okay, remember, especially the square root or fourth root or sixth root or eighth root, any even index, okay? We want the positive answer. And since we don't know whether our variable is positive or negative, we must use an absolute value. So now, how do we know when to use an absolute value? We're going to start with number 13. 13, is that an even index or odd index?
Even.
Odd. 13. Even, because we just use the square roots. That's how I want to start with square root. In square root, can I have negative answer ever? No, right? Remember, because whatever comes out of square root, it must always be positive. Yes or no? Okay. But here, I have a variable x. Do we know if this is positive or negative?
No.
No, because that's why it's called a variable, because it's variation. Okay. But to make sure that this is always positive, in mathematics, what do we use to make sure an answer is always positive? An absolute value symbol. So for us, we're going to go back to 13 and use an absolute value symbol on 13. How come I don't have to do on 12? Right?
It's a cube root, so it can be negative.
Right. Odd indexes like 3, 5, 7. I may have negative answer, right? Because what's the third root of negative 8? It is negative 2. I can have positive or negative. But even index like 13, can I have a negative answer out here ever? No. So 14, let's bring to 14. Is that an even index or an odd index? Even. Same thing with square root then. Can I have a negative answer? No. So how do I ensure that this end is always positive?
Absolute value.
Put in absolute value. Okay. Absolute value. Now 15. Even index or odd index? 15. It's even. So I gotta go back and check. But you have to be mindful about when and how to put your absolute value. Would I need an absolute value both of them? Or just one of them? Or none at all? Just one. Which one? The A. I would only need it around the A. How come I would never need it around the n squared? Anything is squared is always positive. Okay. So, guys, go back right now and add in absolute value for those. Okay. If you don't have absolute value around the correct terms, it will be marked incorrect. So go back and add it in. So here are the rules. When would you need absolute value? You have to check. You want to check that the index is what? Even. Okay? Then you want to check the exponents under the radican. The exponents got to go from even to odd. Okay? Even exponent, odd exponent. Even exponent, odd exponent. Even exponent to odd exponent. Look, this one goes from even to even. Do I need it?
No.
No. So that's when we check. Hi.
I need my phone.
Delaney? Okay. Okay. So again, we need an absolute value when it's an even index and the power under the radican is even and go out to what? Odd. Okay. All right, 16, 17, 18, 19. Let me give you guys 3 minutes for those. In teams, work it out. And then I'm just going to call you guys to... $16, 17, 18. In teams, work that out.
I got it. That's 5.
Work on those first. Once you have your answers, compare it.
So just be 32 and x 5. Why are you 5? You have the
Yeah.
Only the classroom out which you would have been this way.
Do you know for H that AY squared stays under the
Oh, so it's matching. You like how those you just have those riddles? So is that?
Once you guys are done, go back and double check the absolute value. Here we go. 16. Alan, even index or odd index? Odd. So, should we worry about absolute value or no?
No.
Nope. So here we go. Fifth root of 32. Skylar's what?
2.
2. Fifth root of x to the 5th. Lewis is what?
Thanks.
Perfect. Fifth root of y to the 10th. Bella. Yep. Any questions on that one? 17. There's a negative already on the outside. Immediately, you should just bring it down. Can I write -1, by the way? Yes, that's the same, okay? Then, why? Even index or odd index. Right, so I need to start thinking about whether, when, or if at all apply the absolute value. Here we go. Square root, Jonah, of 121. 11. Very good. Square root of a to the 6. Kylie. Perfect. Square root of b squared. Stacy? B. Okay. Would you agree, if I were to multiply them all together, it's kind of like saying -11a cubed b. Well, it's an even index. Should we apply absolute value anywhere? Yeah? Both variables or just one?
One. Or no, both.
Oh.
Both.
Oh. Did we go from an even exponent here for both to odd exponent for both?
Yes.
So should they both get it?
Yes.
They both do. Okay. Guys, do not put absolute values around things that don't require, okay? Can I put absolute value around the whole thing? No. Because this answer should always come out to be what?
Negative.
Right, so be very cautious.
Part of it.
All right, 18, even index. Ben or odd index?
Odd.
Odd. So do I have to worry about absolute value?
No.
No. There we go. Third root, Billy, of 40.
2 times 5.
2. Third root of 5. Okay. Third root of a to the 3rd, Delaney. A. Third root of y to the 5th, Jaden. Not possible. Would you guys agree? Can I pull out anything though? Can I pull out at least one set of triplets?
Yeah. You can't. No.
Because then at y to the 5th is 5 y's?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Y to the 5th is y times y times y times y times y. It's a third index. That means, can I take that out?
Yeah.
Yes, I can take that out. That means there's a y out here. What's inside the radical sign?
Y squared.
Y square. Like that. And box that up.
That's a long answer.
Okay? Okay, make sure this third root or the index is written in there. If you don't have it written, it's going to assume a square root, and that's kind of wrong. Last one, 19. Even index, Chloe, or odd index? So should we start thinking about absolute value? Yep. Here we go. 6 index of x to the 18. Matt.
Number 19.
Yep.
I got x with x cubed with y squared, and then they're both in the little absolute value.
Should I put absolute value on both variables?
No.
No. Only
Y.
just.
Oh, look at that.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What?
Not just the y, just the
X.
x. Because, guys,
Math.
this is always what? Square. So whatever you do, will this ever be negative? No. So that's why. All right, box that up. Hey, you have a homework, am I right? Work on your homework right now because I need to talk to a couple kids about tests.